welcome to another World of Tanks subscriber replay. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's video is from the user Borrowcheck. That's Borrowcheck, and he's driving the T-44, which on a not standard battle. He's driving the T-44 on an assault battle on Erlenberg, and they are currently the defenders. So just taking a quick look at the standings, you can see that there are a lot of scout tanks on either side, so they're expecting to probably be bum rushed right at the start. So going to get himself into a good advanced position, set himself up and wait for the incoming wave of scouts. As you can see, already a couple of T-50s making their way up this side of the hill. Going to see if he can get a good hit on either of those two. Gets a good bit of damage on the side of one of those T-50s, and somebody else takes out the other one. As you can see, they're all kind of sticking together in a wolf pack of medium tanks. Spots out a Tiger 2 here, presenting his side armour to, well, to him. So takes advantage of it and takes a good shot there. Now it looks like they are playing a lot smarter with their scouts, not just suiciding them forward, actually holding at decent distances, but spotting the enemy scouts as they come in. Should be able to get another hit on this guy as he comes up. Not dodging around enough and takes a big hit in the front. Going to see if he can finish him off now and pick up his first kill of the match. Yes, he can. So picks up his first kill of the match by taking out that T-50 there. You may notice as well that each side has 3 artillery pieces aside. It's not too many, but it's still enough so that you don't really want to sit in one spot for too long. Basically, you want to have a shot, and if you know that you've been discovered, it's time to get the hell out of there and move on. You may have noticed earlier that he does have 6th sense, so he should be able to know when he's been spotted. And as you can see, he's doing the smart thing there, has a shot at the Tiger 2, and then just drops back behind the crest of the hill until he fades back into the fog of war, and then drives forward over a different point to take a different shot. So focuses now on this T-34, unfortunately just about missing the back of his turret there. So just going to focus on him and try and get a shot before he starts moving. Nope, not quite. A little bit too itchy on the trigger finger there and taking a shot too far back, and the T-34 started moving, so that one just missed him, unfortunately. So he's just going to sit here and provide some aid for this Tiger 2. He's going to let the Tiger 2 push up the road as he's got the most hit points and the beefiest armour. So he's going to let him draw the attention of the enemy, and then going to try and flank around in this courtyard area here. If my memory serves me, there he is. The Tiger 2 should be in that area there. So just going to wait to see in which direction he's looking. Has a quick look there and sees that his turret's pointing in the other direction, so he's focusing on the other Tiger 2, so he knows he can safely come out and have his shot. And then just going to drop back and wait for the Tiger 2 to look in a different direction and then shoot at him again. As you see, the Tiger 2 being a bit too quick and itchy with his trigger finger there and firing off a little bit too early, just hitting the wall there, unfortunately, although he was waiting this time. And actually, he wasn't waiting, he missed again. It was the GW Panther who took out the track, but it looks like he's got a decent repair skill as he's able to get moving pretty quickly. And you may have noticed there, the enemy's artillery was spotted out there, so if the allied artillery isn't able to take him out, Borrowcheck's going to have a circle around the castle now and see if he can do something about it. So the Tiger 2's just dueling with the T-34 at the moment. Unfortunately, the Tiger 2's not having the best of that situation. And with the cannon on the T-34, that should only be 2 shots to take him out. But the artillery is probably focusing in on that area, because if the T-34 goes down, it won't be long before they go down. And there we go, there is the GW Panther there. Just about missing his shot, so a little bit unfortunate there. Probably rushed that one a little bit, probably could have held on to his shot for a little bit longer. And as you can see, the T-34 has just won that duel with the Tiger. And the Lorraine 155 getting taken out by the allied artillery there. So just going to come down to see if he can have a duel with this T-34 now. With the speed and manoeuvrability he's got, he should be able to run rings around this guy. Unfortunately, his first shot hitting the turret and not penetrating. And unfortunately, his second shot also hitting on the turret. Probably not feels too comfortable going into sniper mode here to try and get a guaranteed penetrating hit. Luckily, that one just glanced the side of his own turret. But like I said, probably not feeling comfortable to go into a sniper mode, just in case he gets himself taken out. And the allied artillery landing a little bit too close for comfort there. Just a word of warning to friendly artillery players: if you see one of your own tanks in close combat, probably not a good idea to fire off a couple of shots unless you are either one, you know for a fact that you're going to be able to hit the enemy, or number two, the allied tank in there is not long for this world, as more often than not you see these guys do some splash damage or just take out their own tank. But that was a very good duel with the T-34 there, despite the fact he wasn't feeling too comfortable to use sniper mode there. But like I said, using the sniper mode like that, you would have to probably stop moving or just not be aware of where the gun or the turret is facing, and are more likely to take damage from the enemy. So it looks like the full left-hand flank has been dealt with now, so just going to drop back up to the north and come in and help defend the base. As you can see, not very many tanks left on either side, just himself and a KV-3 and 2 artillery. And then the enemy has, what is that? It looks like a Panther 2, a T-29 and another KV-3 and their own artillery. So it was the Panther 2 that's moved into the cap zone, probably hidden behind this building here, which you'll uncover in a second. Pretty good little hiding place there, as the allied artillery can't really hit them without getting into a compromised position. But the Panther 2 doing the smart thing, sees a KV-3 coming from the front and a T-44 coming from the rear, and instead of trying to duel with any of them, he just runs the hell away. Because it's better to run away and live to fight another day and then come in all together with his allies. As you can see, the T-29 just making a movement towards the M41 there into the forest. Going to see if he can take him out. Although our man Borocek's going to see if he can get a hit on him. It's going to be quite a distant shot. Gets a good hit on his side armor there, but then he's going to fade into the fog of wars. They no longer have artillery, and he needs to be focusing on this Panther. Sorry, I said it was a Panther 2 earlier, but I stand corrected. It is indeed only a Panther 1. But just going to have to focus on this guy and try and duel with him, rather than take out that T-29 that disappeared into the forest. But it looks like this guy doesn't have the turret reverse speed. In fact, I'm not sure what it is that he's doing here. He's reversing and not focusing his gun anywhere in particular, and the T-44 Borocek doing the smart thing there and just backing off and allowing his own artillery to have a shot. So he's going to let the KV-3, his allied KV-3, take the focus here from the enemy KV-3, while he drops to the other side of the river and tries to get some flanking action on the go. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to flank from the other side, and the smart thing to do here is exactly what he's done and move to the other side of the river, and that way he can get some shots on his side armor while he's focusing on the KV-3. To be honest, the enemy KV-3, what he should have done at that point is started to drop further into the village, just to block off the shots from the T-44 here, force them to both come to you rather than fighting on their terms. But he didn't do that, and now he's going to get himself taken out. Only a couple of shots left, and it should be curtains for this guy. It looks like he's focusing mostly on the allied KV-3, which is good news for Borocek, and well, it's good news for the other KV-3 as well. And there we go, able to finish him off with another shot to the rear. He's got to get moving though, because he's only got 190 hit points left, which is pretty close to death. And there's a T-29 hiding up in that forest, and the enemy has an artillery piece somewhere on the map. So it looks like he's made his decision on what he's going to do now. He's going to leave the T-29 to the KV-3, because if you remember, the T-29 didn't really have very many hit points left, and that KV-3's, well, that's at least 2 shots from the T-29. The T-29 should only have 1 shot worth of hit points left, and they have an artillery piece of their own up there as well. So he's just going to leave them to take care of the base and the T-29, and drop to the very south of the map and try and find the enemy's artillery. As you can see there, the T-29 makes a break for it. In fact, he's only got 49 hit points left, so even less than I thought, and their M12 is able to take him out. So yes, as you can see, there's only 30 seconds left on the clock, so we're going to see if he can pick himself up one final kill for the Top Gun medal before time expires. In fact, only 20 seconds on the clock. You can see he's been spotted himself, and there he is. There is the enemy's Hummel. It's a good hit on him, and then the Hummel does the coward's thing of trying to suicide in the river. Not sure why people do that. So apparently suiciding gives you an increased repair cost. Probably just wants to deny this guy his Top Gun medal because he is an asshat. But he gets it anyway and picks up the kill. So absolutely brilliant replay there from Borocek. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Thank you to you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.